All right, all right.
¿Qué lo que mamagüevos? Bienvenidos.
Hey guys, welcome to episode number 7 of the Council of Geniuses podcast. A little
Episode number
different
7.
today, we're back to Zoom. Unfortunately, I was in a car crash. I don't want to say an accident. I feel like an accident makes it sound kind of like it's not as bad as it sounds. It's not a full accident. It's just a little crash, right?
A little oopsie.
Yeah, it's a little oopsie.
Yeah.
This time, I'm glad to say it wasn't my fault. Because
This time.
I
Wait,
remember what were you gonna say?
wasn't it like we researched it and you said it was 3 crashes in their whole lifetime and now you're at 4?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Because a couple of weeks ago I said I'm a good driver. I've only been in 3 crashes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
And
pretty good. I've only been in 3 crashes in that year and a
Just
half,
3, bro.
so I think it's
oh,
pretty good.
but this time number 4 wasn't my fault. I was the innocent third party, bro. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak on it because it's like an ongoing investigation.
I
I
don't know
don't.
if that's for what it is, bro.
Well, it's ongoing and they're investigating, bro.
Alright, whatever.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. Um, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it either way.
I have this classified information about my car crash.
Yeah, classified information, guys. Fucking what is it called when they're the Black Ops
Mm,
classified documents right here right now.
yeah.
Nah, just some guy. He I was at a red light about to turn right, and I'm waiting. I'm in the right lane. I'm just waiting. There's a car next to me, as you know there would be also at the red light. The light's red. Some guy is going straight down the street. I'm finna turn on. Uh, I'm looking left because I'm looking to see like, okay, can I make my turn before it turns green? As I'm legally allowed to do. Um, I see the car kind of lose control and it went over the sidewalk, and
That's not where cars go.
the street doesn't have a middle barrier. You know how they have like
Oh,
the thing in the
yeah.
middle, and
Little
sometimes they have
plants
like
and shit
plants and stuff.
sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't
yeah,
have it because they're doing work on the street.
yeah.
So the guy he just goes straight into the car next to me, and then I'm like, oh shit, I can't move because there's still
Mm,
oncoming cars. So he hits the car next to me, and then that car hits mine.
mm,
Um, it doesn't it didn't look too bad, you know, like it was fine. Like we all contacted insurance, like no one left or anything.
yeah.
Um, it didn't look bad at the time. So like, oh, it's a little dink. The car that hit me wasn't even moving, and I wasn't moving either. Um,
Mm,
but I drove it home because I live like 2 blocks from the accident site. Actually, funny thing, bro, the last time I crashed was on the same street, the same intersection.
cursed.
It's a cursed
Cursed
intersection. I
street.
used to live there when I was a little kid, on the not
Oh,
in the
damn.
on the street, right? But like on that corner, I used to live
Yeah.
there, and people used to crash there all the time. Like
It's kind of silly.
I'd be in my house, bro, and you would just hear bang, and then we'd all run out like, oh man, who crashed this time? And now it's me, crashing there twice.
Yeah, everybody ran out to see who crashed that
Yeah,
time.
last time it was my fault though. Not really, but like legally they said it was my fault.
Oh,
But
damn.
this time it's not my fault. The guy he said it's his fault. Like he spoke to insurance and like he made a statement saying it was his fault.
Oh, damn.
It's real dumb, bro. He said like,
How did that even happen?
well, when he got out the car, his car was
Uh,
all messed up from the front bumper because obviously he
uh,
took he started the
head
impact.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, he hit the car next to me from on the side. Because we're at the
Mm,
red light, so he kind of
yeah.
we're like here, and he's like, yeah, I lost control, bang, you know.
Mm.
And he gets out, and he has blood all over his face,
Oh,
and I'm
damn.
like, damn, bro, like it didn't even look that serious for real. Why are you bleeding like that? And I got out mad as fuck, bro. And I was
uh,
like, hey, I was gonna go press him, and I was like, oh shit, this guy's bleeding. I should probably not do that. But he's like, oh no, like I sneezed and there was blood, and I looked down and he lost control of the car, and then he hit us, bro. And I was like, fuck, damn, bro. I got mad. I was hella mad. I was like, what the fuck? It doesn't even make sense.
bro sneezed.
Um,
Whoops.
yeah. He's like, oh my, is that blood? And then he crashed. I was like, oh fuck. But yeah, he hit the girl in the car next to mine, and then her car hit
Mm.
mine. I was like, oh fuck. Everything's good. Hopefully, this week, today's Sunday, day of recording.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon I have that dealt with. Have a new, either just they fix my car or they pay me and I get a new one. We don't know. Guess what happened last time?
Mhm.
Last time they just paid me for the car because they said it was just cheaper, and I was like, okay, thanks. Because they gave me like 12,000 for a car I paid 5 for,
Stocks.
and I was like, oh shit. I remember I said to my mom, I was like, damn, like I'm just gonna crash all the time and then just upgrade. I don't think I don't think I'll get that lucky this time though.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
probably not. Probably ran out. But yeah, what can we do? Life happens, man. That guy, he doesn't want to see me succeed.
For real, bro.
Yeah, because I could have, we could have been recording in person. We could have been doing all sorts of stuff. And like, not even just that, bro. Like, I'm not really leaving the house because I don't have a car. That shit sucks.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I have to work out at home with these little baby weights, bro. I'm strong, bro. Like, I need bigger weights, bro. Come on. But actually, I feel like we should talk about this. I wasn't planning on it, but the submarine, bro.
Mhm.
The submarine. I didn't know about it until like really late into the news cycle. Cause of because of my friend who's scared of driving
Mhm.
cars.
Ah,
Well, shout out my friend again.
damn.
Um, Shout out to her, and she told me, she's like, "Oh, have you heard about the submarine? You should talk about the submarine." And I was like, "Fuck you talking about the submarine? Why am I gonna talk about a submarine? I don't know anything about submarines." And she sent me like all sorts of videos and like articles and stuff about the submarine. I assume you know about it, right?
Yeah, dude. I saw a video
Yeah.
from Mr. Penguin Zero.
Oh, Penguin Zero, man. Penguin Zo. Is it Penguin Zo? Penguin Zero?
That
Who
fella.
knows, bro?
And he
But
informed me
yeah,
and I learned.
it's kind of crazy, bro. Because it's like, well, for me, it's like, what you gonna do down there, bro? Because they're going to the Titanic wreck, right?
Yeah, just like take a
Just
little
look
look.
around. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You can't really do
I
anything. Just look at it.
I guess it's just like one of those things. It's like going to the moon. You can't really do anything. You're just looking at it, but you're at the moon. You know?
If you can go to the moon.
Yeah. Well, okay, man. I forgot you're a non-space believer.
Yeah, bro. Because you never know. It's not that I'm not a space believer. I'm just a outer space questioner.
All right, that's
Like I'm
fine.
just not entirely sold, bro. Like it could exist, maybe it doesn't. That's my
It was just a hypothetical situation, man. All right.
all right, bro. The existence of
It's not
space is hypothetical, bro.
it's not that deep, bro.
All right, man. Well,
But
well,
what
the
was it?
Titanic is pretty deep.
Yes.
The wreck of the Titanic is pretty deep. Because what they were saying was like, well, the guy they said that the CEO or like the guy in charge,
Mhm.
they said he cut like a lot of corners,
Yeah, he was a
like the
little bit
making
of
of
shady
the submarine.
business.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
what
I
I
heard
heard was
he
that
complained.
he complained about what?
He complained that the submarine guidelines, well, in order to submit a submarine
Uh-huh.
officially, were too like strict. It was
Oh
like,
shit.
oh, you need to have like this much safety precautions and all that shit. He's like, fuck that. It's too
Fuck
strict.
safety
And
precautions, bro.
now you see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I had heard
kind of
that
goofy, not gonna
he
lie.
used like camping supplies to build the submarine.
For what?
I don't know.
Like,
It's like he bought some stuff from like Camping World or something. And then
that's so weird.
another thing
Oh,
I
actually,
saw.
meant okay. Oh,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say about the material, but
No, no.
the window
I think I was gonna say
was only
something.
like, oh, the window thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You're saying about a window?
Yeah, just go
Yeah,
ahead.
the window is. It's like it would only be able to support like 1.5K feet down without bursting, and the
Mm,
actual diving distance was like 4K. So they were fucked either way.
mm.
It was just kind of dumb.
Another thing I saw about the material too. I don't know if there's any validity to this. Because I
Mm.
feel like now it's just super easy to like, oh look, they did this and they did this,
Yeah,
and the guy's dead. You can't really like fact check
Mm,
it, you know.
yeah, that's true.
But what I'd heard was that the actual metal itself, that
Mm.
they bought it at a discounted rate from I think Boeing because it was like past its
Mm.
shelf life.
That's kind of silly.
Like that, even just the sentence in itself, like I didn't know metal expired.
Yeah, that's true.
And then did see that Boeing, like they made a statement like, hey, no, like that's not true. But I feel
Mm,
like that's what I would say if I was Boeing and I sold them expired metal. You know, like I wouldn't tell them
that
like, oh yeah,
that is
guys,
also true.
we did that. Yeah, that was us. Like I don't know, it's just really
Oops.
weird. Like I didn't. He just said he wanted it. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know if he
we
wanted it
didn't know he
for.
was using it for. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of
So
dumb.
it's just a whole lot of stuff going around. Something that I did think was kind of weird though was supposedly like the Navy. They knew
Mm.
there was an explosion,
Oh yeah, I've seen that on the news.
and then the way that people were talking about it on the news was like it was like New Year's Eve, bro. Like they had a countdown saying like,
Mm.
okay, guys, there's 32 hours and 29 minutes and 80 seconds until they run out of oxygen. It's like, bro,
Oh, I did not see that. That's fucked.
bro, that's all I was seeing because I was seeing like, okay, guys, now they have a day left. Oh, tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I think it was in the morning. Tomorrow in the morning,
Mm.
they're gonna run out of oxygen officially. But it's like, bro, like most likely than not, they were already dead.
Yeah,
You know, so I
because
feel like they're what?
the thing about the Navy was that what they heard was like an implosion in like the
Mm,
little sonar thing, and
yeah.
at first they were like, oh, they were telling them like, why didn't you just go get them then? Like if you heard the thing, they're
Mhm.
like, oh, there's a lot of noises in the ocean,
Oh
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't know what it
As
was.
you know, there's a ton of noises in the ocean,
Yeah,
ton of
a lot
implosions,
of
bro.
fishes being a little bit silly. You never know.
Yeah, a
Could
lot of
be
fishes,
anything,
bro. They
but
be passing gas or something, bro. You never know. But
nothing. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I think it's kind of messed up because common sense would just tell you like, hey, we're not gonna find him, you know?
yeah,
Because say they didn't implode and they were just lost. What? You're not gonna find them, bro. For real.
yeah. And they also didn't have the distress signal
They
implemented.
didn't have a distress signal.
No, so like if they got like anything happened, they couldn't
Mm,
send a signal for their location. And since
mm,
they didn't have that, they were kind of fucked regardless.
yeah.
So those can.
And the thing about the countdown thing, it seems like they were just doing it just to like farm views and
Mm,
like prolong the
the
news
whole event.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're like, oh guys, like on Tuesday or whatever, whenever it happened, like, hey guys, you know, they went down and unfortunately they all lost their lives. And that's the end of the story. But if
Mm.
you're like, okay guys, they're lost down there, but maybe we could find them because they have 2 days of oxygen. And then like, okay, guys, tomorrow, oh, we don't have any updates, but they have another day of oxygen. And then you just keep talking about it and you're just prolonging it. And then it's like, all right, bro, like what you weren't really gonna find them, you know? That's just
Yeah,
the way I'm thinking about it. You know,
it makes
cause
sense.
I don't watch the news, bro. I'll be for I just don't
Yeah,
watch
no,
the
me
news
neither.
at all. But that's just what it sounds like to me. Like if I was making some form of content like that, I would prolong it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta
Because once you
get the
tell them
most
they're once
reactions
you
it
tell them
gets.
like, hey, they all died, then that's the end of it, you know?
Yeah, it's over.
The end of the interesting stuff anyways.
Mm.
Because obviously like after I think the wasn't it the day that they were supposed to officially run out of oxygen is when they found like some parts of it like that washed up.
I don't even remember. I didn't see that.
Yeah, because I saw that they had found some parts of it and they
Mm.
confirmed that it's part of the what was it called,
Submarine.
bro? Yeah, Titan or something. I think it was called Titan. The submarine.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
They like, okay, guys, this is officially part of it. It's like, okay, you didn't find anyone. They're all dead, bro. We knew.
Yeah.
We already knew this.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
so
Rich fellas.
yeah, RIP rich fellas. Something I do think is messed up, bro, is when people are
Mm.
like, oh, I don't feel bad for them because they're
Yeah,
billionaires.
that's a
Like,
little weird.
I kind of get what you're saying, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, I be seeing the memes and I be seeing the jokes, and I'm gonna laugh, bro. I'm laughing, but it's still at the end of the day, it's like people lost their lives, bro. Like there
Yeah.
was families like the guy with his son,
Oh yeah, I seen that. That
and
it was. It came out
his
that the son
son
didn't
said
want to
that
go.
he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, guys, like I'm gonna do it for my dad. I'm just gonna be there to spend some
Yeah.
time with him, you know. And
That's
I've been
fucked.
seeing like people all over my feed to be like, oh, like no sympathy for billionaires. They should all die. It's like, bro, come on. You're just
Like
jealous
that's
that you got
crazy.
money, bro.
That is hella jealousy. Because if you think of what, that's the same people posting like, "Oh, on my grind, get
Yeah.
ready to get this bread,"
Yeah.
type of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you hate rich shit until you become one, bro. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Something that I do think I do agree with though is when they're like, okay, look at
Mm,
all of the attention that we're giving this, but then look at like the migrants who cross from Africa, like they cross like the Mediterranean to go
mm,
to Europe, and they don't really get that
mm.
much coverage. That's true, bro. That I think
Yep.
it's fine to point that out,
Yeah, but those are
because
more
there's all sorts of
significant.
tragedies.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of tragedies. I think the reason they chose this one was because of the money involved, of course, because
Yeah.
society runs on that shit, and
Mhm.
also the fact that it involves the Titanic, and that alone
It's a novel
already
thing,
gets
bro. It's like
people's
you don't
interest.
see that all the time.
Yeah, yeah, like where immigration and shit like that, you see it like
Yeah.
a lot.
That's pretty ironic too, bro, that they they died looking for the Titanic too. I don't know if I use irony right, bro. I've been trying to,
Yeah,
I've been saying that I'm trying to expand my vocabulary, bro. I don't think I use it right. One of
it's
these
kind of
days,
crazy
I'm
though
gonna
how
I'm gonna use a
even
big word probably.
so many years after the Titanic sunk, it still claimed more lives.
Yeah, still, bro, still.
I saw that. I saw that
Yeah, I
somewhere
saw
out of
that.
nowhere,
There
but
was it was like a
that was
chart
a pretty nice
where it's like
quote.
people that died from the Titanic, and it was like 1920 or whatever the fuck, whatever it sank, and it was like 2023, six. It was six, right? Or it's like seven.
I don't even know the exact number.
Well, a number of people. It wasn't a big crew,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's kind of a weird thing about, man.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Cause
Yeah, but I guess onto some positive. Not it's not even positive, bro. Just some different news.
yeah,
Um, what I saw this interesting. Um, I don't know what you would call it. I guess just an article. I guess
hmm,
that happened in 2010, bro. So you know the game Counter Strike, right?
yeah,
Counter Strike. So it's like if you don't know, it's a shooter game. It's like Call of Duty, right? It's like Call of Duty, and it's on the computer. Super big game. So there was this player in well, this happened in 2010. This player in France, right?
hmm,
He's French. He's playing Counter Strike. The story goes that he was like 1v1ing another player,
hmm.
and the guy lost. Our guy. I'm not gonna say his name because he's a bad guy. But he
He
lost. He got
lost.
he got knifed and he lost. He died in the game. So this
Knife.
guy, bro, he gets so mad
Hmm.
that for months he looked for the guy that knifed him in the game, found him because he also lived in France. He
Yeah.
found him
What
like just in a different region of France.
did he call him the B word?
He did a little worse than calling the B word, Abel.
The F word.
I don't know if this translates to French.
Oh yeah. Called
Yeah.
suck my wee wee or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know any
Maybe
French.
maybe he
I
said
don't,
that.
yeah, I don't know any French bad words.
Yeah, maybe he called him that. But
A
bro,
baguette.
he stabbed him, bro. He's like, yeah, you stabbed me in the game, I'll stab you in real life, and he stabbed him.
Damn. So
He hunted him down.
now you know what happens when you kill someone with a knife in the game.
Yeah, next time you're playing a game, just let him kill you, or else they're gonna try to
For
kill
real.
you. The guy, thankfully, the guy who got stabbed lived. The guy who got stabbed in real life.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, he lived. They
Damn. Where
they
he get stabbed?
arrested, huh?
Do you know where he got stabbed?
In France.
I mean, on his body, bro.
No, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It
Uh,
didn't say. The article didn't say.
no, because
Mm.
like if you got stabbed in the neck and survive it, that'd be pretty cool. I think.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually. I don't know. I don't know the science on that. Like where's like a
I
safe,
just
relatively safe place to get stabbed?
like the two things you have right here, like the two ones
The
in
veins,
you.
bro.
Not,
Your
yeah, those.
arteries.
Yeah, the arteries. If you cut those, you're fucked. Like you're
Yeah, because just all the blood just comes out.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember when
But
I had a
other than
sports
that,
medicine class, we learned about like the arteries
mm,
and stuff, and we had to like check people's pulses and stuff. So it's like you had the artery
oh
right
yeah,
here, and you had the one on your wrist.
yeah.
I think
This one on the sheesh
yeah.
on the
This
sheesh
one,
part.
the
Yeah,
sheesh
there's
part. I
one under
forgot
your
what they're
thigh
called.
too, or some shit like that.
Yeah, we didn't use that one because
I don't know.
that'd be kind of inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just use this one or this one. It's like the less invasive ones. Cause you're not gonna have a client, bro,
Mm.
and you'll be like, all right, pick up your leg because I'm finna check your pulse. Can
There's
you
actually a post.
no,
So
yeah, we used to check people's pulses and it's like, okay, you have to use the appropriate ones.
oh
You
yes,
know?
that's why they didn't use
Yeah.
the one of the sides and shit.
Yeah, you can't use that one. It'd have to be like I guess the most professional one would be this one. Because
Yeah,
it
it's
would be
that
kind of
one.
invasive. If you're like, all right, let me check your neck. It's not invasive, but
Yeah,
it's just like weird, you
yeah. They
know?
check your or in the doctor they check your this one, the arm one
Yeah,
with the
that's
little
where like
squeezy
they.
thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we learned how to
Yeah,
do all that stuff.
yeah. They
Do
taught
I
us how to
know
do
how
it
to do it
too.
now? No,
Yeah,
but at the
I
time I
know
knew how to
how,
do
but I
it.
don't know what to look for.
Yeah,
Like,
at the time I knew how to do it.
yeah, it's true.
Um,
But good times.
but yeah, back to the guy that got stabbed. So he lived,
Oh shit.
and
Oh
the
yeah.
guy who stabbed him went to jail
Shit.
for 2 years, bro.
Damn.
That doesn't
Yeah,
seem like proper
but also,
punishment, bro.
if we knew where he stabbed them, we could tell if it's assault or attempted murder. It could
Yes,
be depending on where he
yeah,
stabbed
yeah,
them.
that's true, bro. But I still think 2 years is too little.
Yeah, yeah,
You
that's
know,
true. Especially
I
with
don't know.
actual stabbing.
Yeah, it's actual stabbing like with a knife, bro. And not
Yeah,
even
because
just
it's
that,
like
like, because you
with a
really hunted
fork.
this guy down. It's like, because
Yeah.
that's like, it's like premeditated, like planned out. You really planned out if you hunted this guy down for months and found out
Like
where he lived and shit.
me, I've been stabbed before, right? And as a previous stab victim, it sucks, Like it was a pencil in
All right, man.
it was a wooden pencil, and it was in third grade, all right?
Mm,
I was just sitting in the class, and I don't know how it happened, but I forgot who it was. I have an idea of what was in my head, but I'm not 100% sure, so I
mm,
probably shouldn't put him on blast.
yeah,
But basically, they stabbed me in my inner thigh, and they were like maybe like 2 inches away from stabbing my pee. So that could have been bad,
that could
but
have been really
they
bad.
missed. So I think that counts as attempted murder. Yeah, if you would have damn, just thinking about it back then hurts me. But yeah, I got stabbed. Basically,
Yeah, we got
a gangster.
stab victim Abel over here, I guess.
It ain't easy on the streets.
But that kind of got me thinking of like stalking as a whole and just
Oh
how
damn.
how there's really like weird people online, bro, who like for the littlest thing, like they'll really get at you, bro.
No, yeah,
Like
I've heard
like
about
it's
that.
really like
Have you seen the
let's see
the
what
one the girl that killed her sister?
the girl that killed
Because
her sister.
a girl killed her sister because she flirted with her gaming buddy.
No, bro.
I said-
I don't think I shouldn't laugh. That's what's up, bro. But
it's like a pretty weird situation, but yeah, this was like flirting with her boyfriend
mm,
that was games with her, but the
yeah,
sister play with him by herself one day, and I get her
mm,
flirting, so the sister ended up killing her. It's kind of crazy.
yeah.
I f
Nah, I hadn't heard
For some
about that,
reason,
bro.
the game sounds like it's Fortnite, but I don't know for sure if it's Fortnite, so I
Fortnite.
can't say
It's
for
always
sure.
weird games, bro. Like like Fortnite, bro, or
Yeah,
like Roblox. It's always games like that that attract weirdos.
Roblox has a lot
Like
of
Roblox has a lot of
interesting
weirdos because
fellas.
because a lot of it's like little kids are on the game, so it attracts
Yeah,
like predators, bro.
mm,
Because the way
that's true.
Roblox works, bro, is like they upload the game like the makers of Roblox,
Mm,
and it's like all right here, there's all the
mm.
tools for you to make like your own maps and your own game modes and stuff.
Oh damn,
So the game itself, it's just like a software, and there's like the users who create everything, and they get paid and stuff. There's people that make hella money from that from
damn, that's kind
Roblox
of crazy.
servers. Um, but since the games itself are run by just regular people,
Uh-huh.
like you can get a lot of weirdos who have like really popular games and they make like Discord servers for them, and
Yeah, that
it
sounds
just kind
fucking
of
bad.
fosters like that type of weird
Especially
environment
since
where
yeah, the kids are gonna be looking up to those
yeah
guys too,
yeah.
which is gonna be bad.
And then another thing too is like a lot of times they'll take advantage like hey like send me this I get you some Robux
Yeah,
you know?
Yes,
Or like
that's
in Fortnite,
fucked.
like, oh, like I'll get you Fortnite skins, you know?
V-Bucks.
Yeah, I'll give you V-Bucks. And little kids like,
All I have to do is take a
V-Bucks?
picture and I get V-Bucks.
V-Bucks?
That
Free
sounds like a deal
V-Bucks?
for me, bro.
Bro, my cousin,
Uh,
my little cousin, this isn't that bad of a story as
alright.
what we were talking about, but he he got, I think, my older cousin, or he had like someone, like an
Mm.
adult, had like a credit card on file on the Xbox,
Oh no.
and my little cousin, he bought like $2,000 of V-Bucks.
God damn.
Like, bro, he had like every skin, bro, and he spent like most of the V-Bucks. So my
That's
uncle,
crazy.
he like tried to contact Xbox or PlayStation or
Uh,
whatever, and they're like, hey, like we can't really refund you all of them because a lot of them spent.
that's
But he
crazy.
ended up getting the money because he called the bank. He called his
Mm.
bank, and they were like, all right, we got you.
That's pretty clutch from the bank.
There's a lot of stuff like that. Like another thing too, where my Myers Leonard.
I saw
He used to
familiar.
play basketball, but he streamed on Twitch, and
Mm.
he got canceled because he said anti-Semitic things on Twitch, but that's not what I was gonna say right now.
Uh,
But he got like canceled. He got like released from his NBA contract because he said anti-Semitic
oh
things on
damn,
Twitch. But some
that's
kid
crazy.
he donated like a ton of money from his mom's card. His mom's It was like all of her savings, bro. It was like 10 bands or some crazy amount of money.
God damn.
And some of the people he donated to included Myers Leonard. But this was before he was anti-Semitic though.
Uh,
But it's like, damn, bro, like these little kids, bro.
these kids are going wild.
Yeah, donating to their favorite Twitch streamers, bro. I don't know why as a little kid that would like, oh man,
Interest
I want
you.
to do this. I want to do this. I want to give
Yeah,
this guy money.
it's kind of silly.
I have mommy's credit card and I'm gonna give this guy money instead of buying something. I don't know.
Yeah, like in general, like if it was my someone I knew or my friend, they would be like, oh yeah, I'm supporting them, you know.
Yeah.
But a random person online that's already rich, you know, it's kind of like, oh,
Yeah,
why
this
am I
guy's an NBA player,
giving
bro. He's making
this
millions
guy?
of dollars.
Yeah, why am I giving this guy that's already makes a ton of money $5?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was real silly, bro. But yeah, he ended up getting canceled for anti-Semitism.
damn,
I think he played
that's kind of
again
crazy.
after that, like recently. I think he played again. I don't know.
And the ban expired.
Yeah, that reminded me of when what did you do when you had negative gems on Clash Royale, bro?
Oh yeah. So basically, I um I think I charged my mom's credit card for Clash Royale because I think I
Mm,
needed it before. So I charged. I was like, that gem pack looks kind of nice. It was like
yeah.
50. It was like a deal for like $50, but it was a pretty good deal, you know.
Mm,
Thousands of gems, you know, and gems are like pretty good. You could do anything in the game with gems, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So I bought everything, and I was like, oh yeah. I'm in the back of like the little
We
truck.
up.
Yeah, I'm in the back, and I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. I'm dominating everybody. I'm I'm like, I spent everything. I was like, I opened a bunch of chests, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm loaded now.
Oh
And then
yeah.
my mom was like, why is there $50 missing from the bank? And I was like, what?
That's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, what? Are you sure the bank didn't like take it from you or something? And she like, I didn't know, but she could look through her like the card thing on her phone and look through the purchases. And she
Yeah.
saw, ¿Qué, qué es esto? She showed me, and I was like, I don't, I don't know, because I think the reason was I told her I was gonna buy something for $10,
Mm.
and then I bought something for $50. So she was like,
Oh,
so she kind of knew it was me. And I was like,
yeah.
I blamed it on Clash Royale. I was like, te cargaron mal. Yo ni gané nada. I was like telling him like I didn't get anything, bro. They're just charging you more. They're trying to scam you.
Yeah.
So my mom called the bank, and then Clash Royale was like, and then they gave her the money back, and then I logged in Clash Royale, and they were like, they told me like a little text box, and they were like, "Why'd you do that? Like, you, what are you doing here, boy?" They didn't say that, but something along those lines of like,
Yeah, I didn't
stop.
think that's what they said, bro.
Yeah, they just said, you can't spend any more money for the time being on
Mm.
anything that's Google Play for my account. And then I had negative 4,000 gems since like ninth grade, I think.
Yeah, I remember it was like
which
years, bro, that you had negative gems, and then you told me it's like I finally
yeah,
hit
negative.
0 gems.
Yeah, right now I have like I don't know how much I have. I haven't opened the game in a while, but I made it past 0 gems. I prevailed for my situation.
Yeah,
Was
bro,
it
made
worth
it
it?
out,
Yes,
made
it
it out
was
the
worth it.
mud.
I did the crime and I spent my time. What
Yep,
can I say? What can I say?
these bros in fucking
Pretty successful.
bankruptcy.
I was. No, I'm not.
Yeah, now you're up now.
I'm, I'm, yeah, now I'm in those positive gems again. You know?
Yep. But I was looking more into shit like stalking and stuff like that, bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And and it's a big thing with like Twitch streamers, bro.
Oh, damn.
Especially
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
women, especially women.
Yeah, because a lot of weirdos be
Yeah,
going on
there's a lot
women's
of
stream.
weirdos like just forget stalking in general. There's a lot of
Mm,
weirdos online.
yeah,
A
and
lot of weirdos,
even then, especially around women.
yeah, bro. Because there's always been weirdos, you know,
Yeah,
for since the dawn of time. There's been weird. I assume there was weird cavemen, you know, that they
that's
they
true.
would. I don't know how they would do it back then. What they would do to
Just
women.
shove sticks up their ass or something. I don't know, like little bunker sticks. But,
Oh yeah, the
mm,
clubs.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
yeah,
those.
they
That's what
probably
they're
just like
called.
poke them, bro, poke them, and
Yeah,
then they
some
turn
weird
around and be
stuff.
like, that was me, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
The
like
girl
yeah,
turn around like,
that's true. That's true.
and he'd be like, hmm, booga booga, you know.
Yeah, yeah, some
Um,
silly stuff like that for sure.
so yeah, there's always been stuff like that. There's always been like sexual crimes, you know, surely,
Mm,
and there's always gonna be, you know, it's just a fact of life, I guess. So sadly, it's always
yeah.
gonna happen. But I feel like now with like, I feel like not, I don't want to say now with the internet because we've had the internet for a while, but with like social media and how
Mm,
it's like prevalent
yeah,
that it's easier to be a weirdo
yeah, definitely.
and it's easier to see weirdos, to see the weird people. Because
It's
back then,
also
bro,
mm, it's also easier to like get away with it because at the end of the day, most people are just gonna see it as words on the screen. So you're like,
yeah,
oh, that's cool. I did
and
that. That's
then
cool.
an
That's what's up.
anonymity, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
true.
anonymity that, because
You don't
back
gotta be
then,
in their face.
back like probably, I don't know, like 10, 20 years probably, you would have to
Mm,
like know, like, oh, there's a weird guy in the neighborhood, you know. There's a guy in the neighborhood
yeah,
who tries to touch little kids or whatever. Just be careful, you know, and that's it. And it'd be
yeah,
kind of common knowledge, but he wouldn't really like. I guess if you knew, he wouldn't succeed. Is what I'm trying to say, right?
mm,
Like if all the neighborhood kids are like, hey, like stay away from that house because he's weird. They're like, all right, we're not gonna
yeah.
go play around by that house. And the guy, he's like, darn it, you know,
No,
like, oh,
I cover
these kids are learning, damn.
these meddling
Um, yeah,
kids.
yeah, and then, but just now, it's like it's so easy, bro.
Yeah,
With like Roblox, bro, with just games like that where they have little communities and social medias like Instagram, bro. Like there's the funny ones, bro. I don't want to say funny. I want to choose my words carefully, bro. But the only way I can say is funny. It's like you when you
mm.
have like old guys like in comment sections.
Oh
Like that's what I'm
yeah,
trying to say. That's funny, bro. Like it's still bad, but
yes.
we can all look at it and laugh.
Some
Like
like
the
50 something year old saying like, oh, pretty lady or something to like a
yeah,
girl that's like
or like like I don't want to be racist,
19.
bro, but stereotypically the Indian guys in the comment section they'd be like,
Oh
"Oh, open Bob, show
yeah.
vagine, why only one milk?"
Yeah.
You know, because you have that, and that's just kind of funny, and you're always gonna have that because it's the same thing as like cat calling on the street, bro. If you really think about it,
Yeah.
but now you're just cat calling
Yeah.
online. So obviously you're
Yeah.
gonna
So
get
it's more
foreign people,
yeah.
yeah, who are gonna have the just access to worldwide women, you know. But then you have like actual like deviants, bro, like dudes who like send unsolicited pictures, and
That's not very nice.
that's not very nice, bro. And then like actual like serious, like more serious criminals. I don't want to say actual criminals because I guess you're saying an unsolicited picture that's still a crime. I think
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know if
But
it should be a crime. I don't know if it is. I'm not a lawyer or a police officer or something. But there's actual like
yeah,
criminals, bro, and it's super accessible.
what are we
And
doing?
there's huh?
What do you mean like criminals like?
Oh well, or
Um,
like when they have like images, you
oh
know, and
yeah.
they
Yes,
share like actual organized crime.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you have
Actually,
like regular guys, I guess. I don't want to say regular guys, but like I just like a base level predator,
mm,
which would be like, send me this, and I'll send
yeah,
you some V-Bucks,
yeah, yeah.
you know? But then you have like actual like syndicates, bro. Like there was this guy, he was
Damn.
from Canada. This guy from Canada. I saw about this
Yeah.
recently. He would go to like poor Asian countries. So like I don't have specific examples. Just think like Thailand, bro, Indonesia maybe, like those type of countries. And he'd be like an
Yeah.
English tutor, bro. He would like teach them English.
Oh, yeah, I
And
understand.
and well, he would take advantage of kids and he'd like have pictures and he would like do stuff. And
That's
he would upload it
diabolical.
online.
What the fuck?
And yeah, he would upload it online and he'd have, you know, obviously like his following or whatever. Like guys were like, oh, this guy, you know? And so thankfully this guy gets caught, and the way he gets caught, it's just real silly,
Ooh,
bro.
how did he get
So
caught?
what he would do was when he wouldn't just upload a picture of a kid or a
Mm,
underage individual,
mm.
he would be in the picture, but he used like a
Bro, it'd be like
filter.
a
He
little
used a filter
selfie
to
thing
cover his face.
with little Tommy here, chilling with Tommy
Yeah, he's
or
like,
some
oh,
shit.
post it up with poor child here, you know?
Yeah,
But
it's
he would
fuck.
do a filter. It would like swirl his face, so you wouldn't see his facial features. Like you would see his body, but his face would have like
Mm,
a swirl on it. Like you know when you pour
that's
ice
weird.
cream or something, or like frozen
Uh,
yogurt, and it goes like,
oh yeah, yeah.
it looked like that. And like they like people knew like that what he was doing. They would try to report him, but it's like you can't really find
Mm.
him, you know.
Damn, the sword worked that well.
But I think like police, they found like how to do it, like how to undo it. I mean, they found the software that he used, and they're like, okay, he's just using the swirl. Let's use the swirl and just do it backwards. So they undid the swirl and they saw his whole face, bro. And they're like, oh,
That's
like
funny.
so they had his face, and somehow they I think they had his like IP or something, because
Oh
he
damn.
because oh when you upload a picture, it had like metadata, bro. So it shows like, oh, when was the picture taken, where was it
Mm,
taken, where was it uploaded, what time, all that stuff. So they ended up finding like, oh, he's in, I think it was Vancouver, Canada. Shout out Vancouver, Canada. I've been there before. It's very cool. I'm not a criminal. Um, but yeah, they knew he was there, so they kind of narrowed it down, and they're just like, okay,
mm,
like in Vancouver, like who's this guy? So they ended up finding him. You know,
damn.
they ended up
How
finding
much
him.
did they sentence him?
I don't know. I could look that up right now, actually. Oh, his original sentence was 6 years, but was reduced by about half because he later admitted to the crime. Oh, because he pled not guilty, and then he's like, oh, 6 years.
Mm,
No, guys, I did it. And they released him. This was in Thailand, though. Oh, because this was in Thailand. And all what it was, okay, I can talk about it now.
mm,
So, again, he got off, I would say easy.
mm,
But I guess this time it's a bad reason, but it's a reason. So, since what he did, he was a Canadian citizen and he was an English tutor in different Asian countries.
mm,
So when he flees to Thailand because they're looking for him in Canada, they arrest him in Thailand
mm,
and he goes to jail in Thailand. But they only convicted him for what they could prove he did in Thailand. So since he had all sorts of images and all sorts of videos,
mm.
but not all of them were in Thailand.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so they could only convict them for what happened in Thailand and that they knew happened in Thailand.
That's
So
crazy.
he gets arrested and they're trying him for the whatever, and he pleads not guilty, but they sentence him for 5 years. Later, he's like, all right, guys, you got me. I did it. I did it, guys.
Damn.
And they cut his sentence in half.
That's crazy.
They cut his sentence in half, and then he he returns to Canada, right?
Mm.
He's a Canadian citizen. He's like, all right, did my time in Thailand. He goes back to Canada. Getting in Canada, he gets arrested at the airport,
Yeah,
right?
he still has charges in Canada.
Yeah, he still has his international charges. I don't know how it works. 'Cause being investigated by like Interpol or something, bro. Like real
Oh
serious
damn.
shit. This wasn't just like a small time investigation. It was a pretty big investigation, you know.
Mm,
And he was released from custody on strict conditions. It wasn't even like jail time, bro.
that's crazy.
But it was shit like he I think he couldn't go, he just didn't have used to like he couldn't access the internet, right?
Mm,
But later he was found to have broken it because he had more stuff on his computer and his phone.
that's crazy.
But
Bro
even
risks
then,
his
he only got
freedom.
3 months,
What the
which
fuck? That's
doesn't,
weird.
so it was 3 months plus 3 years of probation. And it was just for
That's
basically just
they
for
should have just
breaking
given him
the,
the second. They should have given him at least the second half of the sentence they could cut off
yeah. Yeah,
the
but that
first
that,
time
that was
at
in
least.
Thailand and Canada. I don't know how it
Oh
works.
yeah,
But it does seem like it's too little, bro.
that's fucked.
I don't know why you're doing a big ass investigation to give a guy 3 months and 3 years of probation.
Yeah,
You know?
that's weird.
All right, so he's in custody, denied bail. You know, they're trying him for some stuff he did in Cambodia, which I guess is international. I don't know. I don't know
Mm,
how justice works, honestly. It it really doesn't work though, because he was then sentenced for 5.5 years, which I still think is a little bit.
yeah,
And this is
definitely.
in Canada. This is in British Columbia, which is like the equivalent of a state. I think they're called provinces or something in Canada, but it's a state, bro. It's basically a state. So British Columbia is it's
Oh
the
yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
province.
yeah.
Hmm. But then they reduce it to 15 months. It was like he only had 5 years, which I think is a little bit. And they're like, all right,
Yeah,
15 months,
that's
15
crazy.
months, and now he's out. He's out now, but he can't access the
Free
internet. Well,
man
he's not.
right now.
Yeah, right now he's out. So maybe when
That's
I went to
crazy.
Canada, there's a chance I could have saw him, bro. If you really think about it, there's a chance like I went to like
That's true. That is
Costco or
true.
something, and he was just walking around. So I was in Vancouver.
Damn,
You never know. But yeah,
that's
but right now he's
pretty
just
wild.
he just can't legally, anyways, access like anything with access to like the internet or like an electronic device, which I think is real silly, bro. So yeah, I think that like the stabbing guy, that
Mm,
this Mr. Swirl is what they called him, Mr. Swirl. I don't want to use his actual name. I don't like doing that with actual criminals because I
mm,
feel like you're like for I feel like you give them like a status thing, like a status thing. I mean,
mm. Yeah,
if you
like
use their
Jeffrey Dahmer
name,
and stuff like that.
yeah, like if it was just like a weird guy, you
Mm.
know. And even then, like when they give him nicknames, bro, like the Zodiac Killer, bro,
That
that
sounds
sounds
hard as
kind of
hell.
that sounds hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like give him
Shit,
a
I want to be the Zodiac killer.
yeah,
I
give
don't
him a
want to kill
dumb
anybody,
name.
but
Yeah, no, the
yeah,
nickname. Yeah,
yeah,
give him a dumb name like Smelly Boy.
they were like smeller of nuts or something. I don't know, something that
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
be
the
very desirable.
the Nut Sniffer Killer.
Yeah,
Or
sniffs all
give
the
yeah,
nuts
give
before he
some
kills them.
dumbass name, bro, and then they're like, all right, I don't want to be known.
Or what if, like FBI, listen up. What
FBI, I
if,
know you're listening.
what if, in order to interrogate criminals and they're not cracking, like for example, trying to find the Zodiac killer is an example. They're like,
Mm.
think it, he's not. Like, we can't. We don't have any clues. What if they're like all of a sudden just are saying, "Yo, before he killed that guy, I think there's evidence that he snipped his balls too." And then eventually they're gonna keep saying that case after case, and eventually the Zodiac killer is gonna be like, "Bro, what the fuck? No, I don't." They'll be like,
I
"Ha
didn't. I
ha."
didn't do it, guys. I didn't sniff his balls.
He's like, "Ha, we got him." You know,
Yeah,
sounds like a
yeah.
pretty
I think.
foolproof plan.
Yeah, I think you should try it, bro. But
Exactly.
one time you're gonna get a guy who wouldn't mind.
That's true. Because like if
Yeah,
I killed a bunch of people and they're like, "You sniffed his balls," I'll be like, "That's kind of funny," you know. But
you probably would sniff their balls, Abel.
I would not sniff anybody's balls. Okay, man. That's a lie, and I'm gonna have to talk to my lawyer about that one, right?
Yeah.
For that. What is that
All
called?
right.
When it's like a purposeful lie and you can sue them for it. Slander. You're slandering my good name.
You don't have a good name, bro.
What does that even mean? Because my name is great.
I
I
don't
have
know,
a
bro.
positive reputation, but carry on, man.
Um, but yeah, back to like the main topic of like Twitch. I guess I was talking about like Twitch stalkers, bro, before
Mm,
Abel's phone had issues.
it almost exploded.
Yeah, he's using like the, when they, I don't know if your parents ever told you this. My parents would tell me this all the time. You can't use your phone when it's charging, or else it's gonna explode.
Damn. My phone be overheating, but not
Because I
exploding.
think I'm sure it's happened
Yeah,
with
I said.
like shitty androids, bro, in like third world countries, I assume.
Yeah.
And they used to always tell me like, oh, like let it charge, because if you use it, it's gonna blow up in your hand.
What about the one Samsung that was like exploded hella?
Oh, the Galaxy, like the Galaxy Note.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
remember, didn't one happen
It's
like on a
crazy.
plane, bro?
Yeah.
Like it was
I
on a
don't
plane
know.
and it might have been that or the hoverboards too. Remember the hoverboards were catching
Oh, I remember
fire
those.
when you'd plug them in?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah,
never
it could
had
have
one
been
of
that.
those. I don't know
Me
why.
neither, bro. I never
I
had one
wanted
either.
one, but I didn't get
I
one.
think everyone wanted one at that time. It was like
Yeah,
even like actual celebrities had them, bro. Like I remember Mike Tyson, the video of Mike Tyson when he fell off.
yeah,
You
I
seen
didn't see
that?
that. Sounds kind of funny.
There's a video of Mike Tyson on a hoverboard. And he fell, like he just fell back.
That's pretty silly.
But back to like Twitch stuff, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, so yeah, like it's a whole thing. It really sucks, bro, because you do have women who
Mhm.
they're super successful, bro. And I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah,
bro. I feel like if there were guys, they wouldn't be successful,
that makes
or at
sense.
least as
Yeah.
successful, because there are successful men. Like you have like Kai Cenat and others,
Mm,
Speed, who are super successful. But you have a lot of girls who are successful because of guys who are like, oh, she's cute,
that
you
makes
know.
sense. Yeah.
Um, which it's not like I'm not mad, you know.
Mm. Yeah, it's
It's
not.
just like a natural.
It's a yeah, it's a natural thing.
It's bound to happen. But with it comes a lot of like negativity, bro. Like weirdo. Like there's just weirdos, like normal guys who were like, oh, milady, those type of guys, like the
Yeah,
fedora guys.
yeah,
But there's actual like criminals, actual like deviants, bro.
yeah,
Like,
it's creepy.
um, there's a story. It happened this year. It happened a couple months ago, actually. So it's pretty
Mhm.
recent. So there's this Twitch streamer. Her name is Kylie Carter, but she goes by just Foxy on Twitch. So she's like, I don't know. I'm not big into Twitch, bro. So I don't know if this is
Mhm.
like a big following in Twitch terms. Obviously, it's a big following, but I don't know if in Twitch terms it's big. She has 593,000 followers. That sounds like a
Sounds pretty
lot,
big.
but
Sounds like a lot.
I don't know where that ranks on like Twitch. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if like that's big numbers for Twitch, right? Because I know like Pokemon's huge. I don't know how much numbers she does. You know,
yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like she's just a barometer for success for me. I don't really know that many streamers. But back to Miss Carter, right? So
Foxy.
yeah, just Foxy. So at the time that this happened, bro, like there's some
Mhm.
weird happenings. She wasn't home. Like she wasn't home. Some guy who he was wearing like a mask, but he was like hiding his identity, bro. He gets to her house
Yeah.
and sets her car on fire.
What the? What? What? How
Yeah,
does it? Okay, so
there's like
I get like a stalker and look at her because I like how she looks a lot, or I'm breaking her house and try to say hi to her. Maybe she'll speak to me or some weird shit like that. But
yeah.
I'm gonna set her
I don't
car on
know.
fire. Maybe she'll date me or something. I don't
I don't know
know.
what the plan
What?
is. Maybe he was like, oh, I'm gonna set it on fire and then I'm gonna put it out.
Oh
And then she's
yeah, I
gonna
saved
see
your
me like, oh
car.
wow, my hero,
Yeah,
But that's
that's
not how it went. Like
yeah,
I try to think rationally, bro, but you can't think like, what the fuck was his plan? Because these are
yeah.
weirdos, bro. And like I don't think like that. I hope you don't think like that. Um, but yeah, so she wasn't home. He lit her car on fire, a Jaguar F Type, bro. He had a nice car.
That
She has
is
a
a
nice
pretty nice
car.
car.
He lit it on fire, bro. Her mom was at the house, So the proper authorities were called, and it
Yeah,
was extinguished. Thankfully, right? Because this could have been really bad. If she wasn't home, if
yeah,
no one was home, it could have spread. It could have, her whole house could have burned down.
that's true.
But thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
That's attempted
Um,
murder. Should be
yeah, it's attempted something. I don't know.
arson.
The guy, he did get arrested. They ended up
Oh,
finding
that's
him like
good.
in the surrounding area. This guy, he traveled. He's from New York, and the girl lived in Ohio, bro. That's
Damn,
hella
bro.
far, bro.
Going across the country for that one.
Yeah, that's hella far just for that, bro. And that's just one instance, bro, because this happens all the time. And there
Damn,
there
bro.
are ones where like the guy, he's like, oh, like taking pictures of the girl. He's like, oh, look, I saw her. I saw her out in public
Yes,
today. You know?
that's creepy.
Yeah, bro. It's just like it's a weird community. Not a weird community, but it's just I don't know how to
It's
say it,
like,
bro, but
what do you mean? Like, it's like
like
a
I'm
weird
trying
dichotomy that exists there.
I don't know what dichotomy means, bro. Be for real. Do you know what
But
dichotomy means, Abel? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
I was
What does it mean?
so the what happened with the girl? It was pretty cool. I mean, not cool. That's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad she's all right.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, bro. What does dichotomy mean, Abel? Do you know?
I don't know, man.
I didn't think so, bro. It means a division or contrast between two things that or are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. That has nothing to do with what we were talking about, bro.
It just felt like saying a big word, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
Uh,
Damn,
um,
that's unfortunate.
one day, bro, one day we're gonna use big words and know what they mean.
That's true. Now I
Everyone
know
at
when it said
home,
dichotomy.
yeah, everyone at home, y'all gonna tremble in your boots once we learn how to say big words in proper sentences.
We'll basically be unstoppable.
Yeah, y'all are lucky that we don't know what big words mean.
That's true.
Yeah,
We'll basically be taking over the world.
count your days, Merriam-Webster dictionary. Soon I'll be the dictionary because I'm gonna know the big words. But yeah, I was trying to say that Twitch, like, it's just it's very like accessible
Yeah.
to everyone to like connect with people. And then a lot of times it gets people like thinking like they have a relationship with the content
Oh
creator,
yeah, I seen that too.
and like, oh, like maybe she'll be my friend, or
If I give her,
maybe she'll go on a date with me
if I give
if
her
I
$10,000.
yeah, or if I send her gifts, because you've seen the pictures like, oh, Twitch streamer gets gift from subscriber,
No, yeah,
like a just money or like a phone or a car. I don't know who it was. Some Twitch streamer, she got like a car from a
yeah.
guy.
That's pretty dumb.
I hope it's fake.
Guys,
I hope it's fake.
please don't send us money.
Yeah, guys, please
Don't send us money.
do not send us money, guys.
Let's
Hmm.
go reverse psychology. Cut this shit out.
Yeah.
We
Um.
gotta cut that part out.
But thankfully, it's not all bad because there are times where, well, I guess it is bad, but it's not that
It
bad.
sounds
Like
pretty
it has
bad.
a good end. It has a good ending.
All right, that's a good
Because like
ending then.
obviously like a girl's house being set on or a girl's car being set on fire or a girl actually being stalked and having to inform authorities is still bad and it ends bad.
Pretty
Like
whack. Not
the
very
good
cool.
ending here is like the guy gets arrested, you know.
Yeah.
But there was a case in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a streamer, a guy. His name is Rob CD. That's his name like
Mm-hmm.
online. His name is just Robert, I assume.
Yeah.
So he's from Australia, but he's based in Japan, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
his you good, bro?
Yes. I
What are you
suddenly
showing
must have
us?
disappeared. Nothing
All right.
important.
Okay. Um. So his like style of content, bro, is he'll be live and just walking throughout the city. So it's
Mm-hmm.
called IRL streams, like in real life streams. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like he's walking around the city with his phone, like, oh, talking to chat, walking around, like, oh, you got this over here, you got this over there, type shit. So he's doing one of these streams, bro, and he's walking around in this Japanese city at night. He sees a girl just kind of just walking like kind of fast, and she looks scared, and she's walking away like behind her. There's just a guy walking too, you know.
Yeah.
The girl, she sees Rob, right, and she goes up to him,
Mhm.
and she like pretends to know him
Oh damn, that's creepy.
to like get away from the guy, like, oh, like here's my friend,
Mm.
you know. Rob, thankfully he picked up on it, bro. And he went along pretending to be the girl's friend, and like the guy ended up leaving.
That's crazy though. Imagine like, I don't know you. Who are you?
Yeah,
You're just
imagine that,
leaving.
like I feel like that could happen to me, and I'd be like,
Hmm.
who are you? I don't know who you are. I wouldn't think about it until later. I'd be like, oh, like, she's probably in trouble, bro. I probably could help her. But he picked
Damn.
up on it, and it's ended. Oh, that's what I was referring to. It had a positive ending. It's not a good
Mm.
story, but it's a good ending
Yeah, but it
story,
worked out.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did work out. Because it's like a thing you hear about a lot, like, oh, like a girl, she's being followed by a guy, and she kind of looks out for help, and a guy will be like, oh, like, hey, like you're my cousin or like my friend or whatever, just so the girl isn't alone,
Yeah.
you know. So this one did have
Makes
a
sense.
good ending, right? But obviously they all don't. There are a lot of weirdos who use the internet for nefarious purposes.
That's very true.
It does make it
Scary.
super accessible though, like for us to know about these things,
Mm.
which is good in a way because it can give you like awareness,
Yeah.
you
Preventative
know.
measures for
Hmm.
us.
Hmm. And then obviously it's just like, oh, we can make fun of this guy who's doing these things.
This guy follows women. Haha.
That's not what I
Yeah.
meant, but
Oh.
I meant like guys in like comments who like just DMs girls weird things.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
yeah.
So drugs. Very prolific problem in our country and around the world. You know?
Hmm.
What's your favorite drug?
My favorite drug?
Yeah,
Uh, love.
that's a good answer, man.
Thanks,
Well,
man. I
sadly,
almost said
we're not
something
going to be talking
incriminating.
about that drug. That is good that you did not say that. But drugs are clearly a big problem in society and stuff.
Hmm.
Like, have you heard about the fentanyl things going around?
The Well, I feel like I've kind of like I don't know specifics. That's what I mean. Like
Mm.
I've heard the term fentanyl,
Yeah,
but I don't really know anything about it.
fentanyl, what it is basically is, well, I don't know that the specifics, but it's a fucking big bad drug, right?
What it is, or what I've been told, anyways.
Yeah. What I read is that it's a pretty bad drug. Like, literally, a little whiff of it can like overdose you and you're fucked.
Oh, is this the one? I don't know if you've seen the video where like a
A
cop,
cop?
it was a
Yeah,
woman and she stopped the guy and she just like passed out or something.
yeah. They need to give you like
Okay.
something called narco, narco something that's like a little thing they inject in your nose. Not inject, but like something they push in your nose to try to
Mm.
kind of stabilize you and save your life from
Oh,
that type
okay.
of thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
like
I think
every.
she did survive, right?
Yeah, this so those little things are so common that
Hmm.
because of fentanyl now, how it's so prevalent and how it can affect you in basically everyday life. Like if you're in one of those more populated cities
Uh,
that fuck with a lot of that silly stuff, then you
yeah.
could just walk into like a little place and like pass out and die. And the
Mm.
problem with that is too is that it's starting to go more into schools for recreational use.
Hmm.
Like they're putting like little pills, like little silly looking pills and stuff, where the dosage is not that bad, but all it takes is a little oopsie to kill someone, basically.
Damn. Back in my
So,
day, the only silly little pills we had were the ones that turned into dinosaurs and stuff in the water.
oh yeah, I remember those
Yeah, you
ones that they
remember
sold at the
those?
store. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
They're
did
like
those before.
red and yellow and stuff.
Yeah,
And you'd
different
leave them in
colors.
water and they turn into like a rhinoceros.
Yeah, those went hard. I like
Those
those
did
a
go
lot.
hard. Yeah.
But basically, there's a lot of
I
debates
wonder
and
what
stuff.
happened if you. I'm sorry.
But
I wonder what happened if you ate one.
it's probably
Would
just
you
a
die, you
sponge.
think?
It's just a sponge. I think you should be fine if you eat it.
But what if it turned into like a dinosaur in your throat or something?
Oh, you might like eat the pill. I think you might like eat the dinosaur when it's already
No,
open.
no, no, no. Yeah, like took the pill like if it was just regular pill?
That's a good question because it could expand with the liquids inside your throat.
Yeah,
That is a good question.
that is a good
We'll
question.
have to touch on
Sadly,
that
we
another
don't have a
time.
good answer.
Yeah, but going back to the drugs, there's a lot of different ways people propose to solve the drug problems.
Mm.
Obviously, some people say, "Oh, let's just make the drugs illegal." Other people say,
Make them
"Let's,
illegal?
yeah."
Is it
Like
not already illegal?
I meant like crack down on them more, basically.
Oh,
Like make it a bigger crime
yeah.
because you're like, and because right now it's like, oh, you have possession and stuff like that. If you're high, they won't really. They're just gonna leave you alone. If
Mm.
you're distributing, that's when they fuck you up. But
Oh yeah, we'd
what?
have to have like a large amount.
Yeah. So people say, oh, let's can commit them for that. That way we can put more people in jail and less people in the streets doing the drug, and that way
Mm.
less circulation of it. Other people saying, why don't we just make it legal? It's not a crime, and just educate people more on the dangers of it,
Yeah.
which makes sense for certain things like the marijuana.
Yeah,
But
I think that should be like I think if alcohol and nicotine are legal, bro,
yeah,
like I think alcohol isn't no, I think weed isn't worse than nicotine,
yeah,
bro. Or
nicotine's pretty bad.
nicotine. No, notice what I said, nicotine or
Yeah,
alcohol.
the last one was a little questionable, but yeah,
Bro.
but
Chill out, bro.
basically, it's kind of hard to do with fentanyl. It's a pretty
Yeah.
dangerous big boy drug.
Mm.
But I'm just relating that to what it is now. But there's actually a case of a whole country solving their issue. That's what I'm going to be telling you about today. We're talking about El Salvador.
Oh.
They used to have probably the biggest, not only drug circulation, but murders
Oh yeah, they were
per
like one of like
day.
the most dangerous like countries in the world.
Yeah, like probably the most dangerous. And the main reason
Yeah.
for that was that the really powerful and popular gang is from there,
Hmm.
MS-13.
Yeah.
And they legit have like hundreds of thousands of members inside there that are all tattooed up, ready to kill
Yeah.
at the drop of a hat. But basically,
Ah,
the problem was so big, like literally, locals would say, "Oh, we can't even go outside because there would be like a killing on that corner
mm.
like every other day."
Yeah.
Basically, there would be murders there left and right and shit. Until one day, a very prevalent, I keep using prevalent, I don't even know what it means. A very cool man appeared.
That's
Or
not
that's
what
not a good
prevalent
word.
meant.
Yeah, and a man appeared, and he wanted some change. He wanted some action. He wanted them to destroy the gangs and the violence. Okay, he was very very angry at the gangs. All right,
Yeah.
so basically he started off in like as a small town mayor, not really small town, but like not the whole El Salvador, basically just like
Mm.
a city. And he changed the vastly. He put in parks, he put in different things, put a lot of different activities for the youth to kind of keep them away from gang activities and stuff like that.
Mm.
It wasn't nothing super big happened, but it was pretty impressive that he changed it really well. So that kind of gave him popularity.
Yeah.
And in that, he got favor of the public, and they were like, "This dude, I fucks with him. Like he's good." And he was like, "Shit, like people fuck with me. Like what should I do now? I gotta move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Should I move on to a bigger city? You know, maybe I could become like like some person in the actual government, like I don't know, the treasurer or whatever another position is.
Mm.
I don't know." He said, "Let me just be the fucking president."
Fuck it.
Bro moved up. He's standing for presidency, and the problem is, well, the main issue with that was, you know how there's party systems here,
Yeah.
like Democrat, Republican, the main two. This
Mm.
is similar over there with like two main ones, and he didn't have one to like that fucked with him basically because he would critique
Mm.
both sides because he was like
Okay.
him. He was like the middle guy, so nobody wanted to associate with him.
So he was like independent type shit.
Yeah, it was kind of independent, but you need to be in a party, kind of an established party to enter the vote to get votes.
Okay.
So that was already kind of fucking hard because how is he going to be not only the Democratic but also the Republican side with the party that isn't really that popular? You know, he fucking won though. He won. I don't know how he won. They really liked him, and he he delivered. All right. Here's a list of the things he did. Step one.
What's this guy's name, bro? You just called him the guy.
I forgot his name.
The president of El Salvador, bro?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. His
You're
name.
lucky I know his name, bro.
What's his
Na-
name?
Nayib Bukele.
That sounds familiar. That was his name.
Nayib Bukele. Bro. I'll cut this part out, bro. How the fuck do you not know his name, bro? Why are you talking about it without writing down his name?
Just trying to go for a little different type of story. So, Mr. Nayib Bukele. All right. I was just testing you.
Oh, yeah.
But
Thanks for testing me, bro.
step one. Gangs. We need to get rid of them. He would. His plan was, let's just put everyone that has tattoos in jail. Like actual like gang. Like it wasn't like, oh, you have a little tattoo of a little star or something, then put you in jail. Yeah, it wasn't
Man.
like,
I'm a
oh, you're going to
criminal.
jail. It was like, it was still kind of silly. Where like, oh, you have tattoos. They could be gang, but we're still gonna throw you in jail. It was like that. So it was still pretty bad, but they still did it majority well.
Yeah.
Like, they still put a lot of bad people in jail. Well, that was his plan actually, to do that. But the judicial, you know how there's different branches of government in our country?
Yeah, we have the three.
Yeah, they
You know
have
what they are,
similar
Abel?
legislative, judicial. uh,
So that's one.
executive. Let's fucking go. All right. So they
I had
have
to
we have those.
I had to tell him off camera so he
Bro,
could
shut
know.
up, man. Nah, bro, shut up. All right. So basically, he was like, oh, since he barely got it and he's not a part of the popular party, he didn't have
Yeah.
control of the Senate that makes laws. He didn't have control of them. So basically, whatever he voted for, it wouldn't really happen. So what he did was he kind of took control of it. He waited like a year, and when the re-elections happened, literally like out of 80 something seats, 60 something of them were from his party. And since he was the only one in his party, anything he said went.
Yeah.
So with that, he used it to get control of the other branch as well. So now basically he's a fucking dictator of El Salvador, president, but he controls everything. Anything he says goes. You know, there's nothing, nobody checking him, nobody doing anything. And with that, he put like tens of thousands of people in jail of alleged gangsters, and like I think it's the biggest prison in the whole world over there.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
he put like hella people in jail. And basically, the thing that kind of interested me from that was like, well, first of all, the results. It worked. Like the
Yeah.
killing went from like almost one a day to like similar to everyone else, where it's like 0.0 something. You know, it was pretty drastic change.
Yeah.
And that brings me back to like, wow, he did do a very good change. You know, he very solved a big problem. He also put hella innocent people in jail. He took control as a dictator, and he basically just, I don't know, put his he just put himself as the main person in power, like a dictator, but also like everyone had to follow him in terms of also the officials and all that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were like, in NATO, for example, they didn't like that. They were like, oh, this guy's a threat to democracy, you know?
And who didn't like it?
NATO.
Well, they said mayo, bro. I was like, what the fuck is
No, I don't.
mayo?
Mayo is mayonnaise, and
Mayonnaise.
they don't have an opinion on this matter, as far as
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
But
yeah. They might.
basically, that's why I said as far as I know, because I don't know. But
A lot of things you don't know, buddy.
okay, so basically, the thing is, even though all of those downfalls are present in his strategy, he has the highest approval rating for a president in the whole world. I
In the
think it's
whole
something crazy
world?
like, yeah, like
More than
89%.
North Korea, bro? where everyone has to approve?
Okay, that might be different. I think they don't count that one in the little studies.
Okay.
But like he's like I think
Put that
89.
asterisk next to
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name then. He has
It's
that
like
the Mickey Mouse approval rating where we're not counting North Korea.
yeah, we're not counting North Korea. Because I mean, you get shot if you say I don't fuck with him, you know? But basically they fucks with him. Because he
Mm,
has like an 89% approval rating. Like
yeah.
that's crazy high shit. I think like highest for the US was like 70%. I forgot who it was. I think probably President Bush. I could be wrong though. I don't
Mm,
know. But like
probably are wrong.
yeah. It was pretty crazy though. Like
Yeah.
and that kind of, makes it like even though he did all the bad stuff, hella people fucks with him, you know? So that kind of made me think about other places where they have pretty large problems that they need to solve. The fentanyl problem in the US, and a big problem people are trying to say is the immigrant problem from Mexico to the US.
Mm,
And there isn't many like logical solutions to it that are kind of like well agreed upon because some people are saying, oh, just let them come in, you know? Other
yeah.
people are saying, no, fuck them, bro. Just, I don't know what they can do.
Just build a
But
wall, bro.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, eventually, there's always going to be ways to go in.
Yeah.
Obviously, not as much because if you build a wall, it's going to be harder for them to come in. But they're
Nah,
still
but you
gonna,
seen the videos of like people climbing it, bro.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. But like, eventually, that's because there's always still like a need. Like, what would you rather
Yeah.
do? Fucking die in Mexico or like have a chance at the American
Yeah.
dream by climbing a little wall? You know,
Yeah, for sure,
that's
for
what it
sure.
is. But I think that people are pointing at that could help solve that. That was pretty crazy. Is did you see how we put a lot of like what is that called? Tariffs on China?
No, I haven't seen that, bro.
But basically, like we're taxing them hella now for trades with us. So
Mm,
that dropped them down from the highest trading superpower,
mm,
like with us, to like low. Now Mexico's first, and hella Chinese companies or like big companies are moving to Mexico to trade with us,
okay.
and that in turn is increasing Mexico's GDP and making them a more rich um place.
Mm,
The main reason is because for China's like shipping and stuff, you know how, well, let's say, well, if we order anything from there, it's gonna take like a good while to get from China. You know,
yeah. Yeah, because
it takes
everything
a
comes like through the boats.
yeah, yeah, yeah. With
Yeah.
Mexico, you don't. That's not a problem. You know, we're connected by land,
Yeah, you just bring it like on
which
like a semi or something. Or
yeah,
even like even a boat, but it's less time.
that's huge. Especially
Yeah.
since all the companies are moving now to Mexico, so that's already huge potential.
Mm,
And they're saying if we increase Mexico's worth in general, we grow the country, it's gonna increase jobs, quality of life,
yeah.
and that in turn increases society as a whole. More money for security, for recreational activities for the youth, all that type of stuff, and that
Yeah.
improves Mexico. So they're kind of like saying like, why is this president dude not making it easier for this change?
Who is president, dude? Who are you talking about?
The Mexican dude, Mexican president,
Oh,
Peña, is it
Obrador?
Peña Nieto? What's always
No,
the
no,
new
no,
one?
it's Obrador.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's been president for like 3, 4 years now.
Oh,
So I
but
think over
basically,
there
like,
it's every six
oh, every
years,
six in Mexico.
but they only
Hmm.
have one term.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
My funny thing about President Obrador, bro, is
Hmm.
he's real old,
Hmm.
but he streams his like every day, bro. They do
Uh-huh.
like a conference thing. I don't know if it's every day actually, but they do like a
Hmm.
conference where he just like talks about what's going on in the country and they live stream it.
That's
And
interesting.
I saw a stat where he's like the sixth biggest Spanish speaking streamer in the world, bro. So,
W.
so you have like I assume game. I don't know who's on there. I don't
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
again. I don't watch streaming, but you have like gamers. I assume Spanish e-girls as well. And then you
yeah.
have the Mexican president, bro, who's
It's kind of funny.
the sixth biggest Spanish speaking streamer because he does like my mom watches him every morning.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'll
wild.
wake up, I'll be like eating breakfast, I'll be ready to go to work or whatever. And my mom, she's watching this guy's streams and he's talking about like what's going on in the country and stuff like that. It's cool. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good way to
Yeah.
connect with your people.
You're connecting with people. It's live,
Yeah.
it is live. And then I guess it does bring like in theory, right? Anyways, it bring the youth if you're streaming
Yeah,
on
that's
Twitch
true.
or whatever YouTube streaming, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
back to the
going back to the little trading business.
mm,
Um, well, that kind of like brought back the roots to people's problems. Like, if we just focus on the trading thing and make Mexico as a whole better, it'll make it more desirable for people in general. Actual hardworking, honest people that just want to seguir adelante, stay
mm.
ahead, just would prefer to stay in Mexico if they know they can.
Bro, you're like the like a movie
What
that
do you mean?
writes in Spanish speaking characters because you'll randomly drop a phrase in Spanish and then just repeat it in English, bro.
It's because I forget words and
You're
like I try to
like,
speak
ah,
fast.
that's my familia, my
Yeah.
family. That's you, bro.
That's funny. Uh, yeah, but yeah, basically they're saying if we get to the root of the problem instead of just, oh, get out of here, you silly immigrant. If we get to the
Yeah.
root of it, it's gonna decrease immigration as a whole, make it a more desirable place for people to live there.
Hmm.
And, you know, it could in theory not only increase Mexico's status, but also our status because we have a very reliable trading partner next to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since all the
It'll
companies are
cut down
moving there
on costs.
and everything, yeah, it'll be huge for Mexico, especially huge for Mexico, especially. Because Mexico, like some parts are nice, obviously. Some parts are like
Yeah.
really well modernized and all that, but other parts are like some still old, basically.
Yeah,
Still poor.
I have family that well, I have an uncle and
Mm,
his family, they're not from like the city, they're from like a town,
mm,
like a village, not even a town, but like a village. And
mm,
my cousin was telling me that like in the village, like they barely recently got
mm.
electricity, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Probably like within the
But
last decade, they just got electricity. My uncle, he doesn't know his actual age. He doesn't know his age.
yeah,
Because like
that's
obviously
crazy.
like when you're born in like a small village, bro,
Mm,
like when you're born in a hospital, they register you that day. But
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
born in a village, bro, what they would do is like they would get all the babies that are born in the year in the calendar year. Like, all right,
Mm,
next year in January, whatever, just X day, we're gonna go take all their paperwork to the city just to save time.
mm,
And
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so he doesn't really know how old he is, and he doesn't
That's
know his
crazy.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's basically another example. Everything's like further back in certain parts of
Mhm.
Mexico. So that could not only improve their situation, but it could make them a whole ass superpower, you
Yeah.
know? They could be big, and that will give us another huge ally right next to us. And Mexico's our ally, obviously. So that already increases our power as well in NATO and
Mm.
all that. Because a lot of companies are working with China, the enemy, are now starting to work with Mexico more, and that in
Mm.
turn makes them more powerful and shit. So it's pretty cool to look for the future and stuff like that. Actual big changing stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes you think of what could the U.S. do to get rid of the fentanyl problem. Kind of circle back to that
Mm.
because, like I said before, they're trying to. I think there's a city where they legalized all drugs. Like you could be high
Or
and they
probably
would
like
on.
Portland or something, bro.
It sounds familiar. You could be
Yeah.
high, you could be in possession, and as long as it's not a super large amount, you're good.
They'll just send you
As
back.
long as you're
Yeah.
not, yeah, as long as you're not distributing or nothing, you're good. Like you could, all right. So basically, like I said, they could shoot up and they won't tell you nothing. They won't even look twice.
Hmm.
But they're saying, why don't we just do that, but offer help to the people that are sick? That way, we can kind of like treat it as more of a sickness than a crime,
Yeah.
which kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it's like if you decriminalize it, it's gonna be a lot more prevalent in the streets and all
Yeah,
that.
if it's not a crime anymore, there's gonna be a lot of people who would start doing it.
Yeah, and die from doing it because it's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
powerful drug. It's very powerful. And another thing people are suggesting is, well, first of all, did you know that the chemicals for fentanyl come from China?
I didn't know that.
That's pretty crazy though. The chemicals in fentanyl come from China. I think it goes to like different smuggling, like different. some parts of Mexico, some of the chemicals, and they make them in Mexico, the
Yeah,
actual
I
pills.
know in Mexico too. They've been starting to have a really big problem with fentanyl as well.
Yeah, I've read that they got the chemicals from China, which is kind of big. They could they're speculating that it's on purpose too. Obviously, that they're trying to fuck with the U.S. with that fentanyl
Mm.
shit.
Yeah, maybe.
So they're saying, oh, we could just stop trade with China entirely, which is kind of too big to do. I think the tariffs are good enough, but they can't really find the solution for the fentanyl problem at all.
Mm.
They're trying to. I've seen different like billboards and stuff like, oh, call this number for help or some shit, which is just like personal help. But
Mm.
it's looking like fentanyl is not only gonna stay as a big problem, but it might become a bigger problem, which is kind of sad
Yeah.
because it's popular in for right now in more eastern and centralized parts of the U.S.,
Mm.
but it's starting to come more towards the west, towards California and all that. So it's going to
And
become
other
a huge
Western
problem.
states as well, not
Yes,
just California.
that's true. I'm just saying because California is the most western states besides, like, one of the most western states.
Hawaii, bro.
So, oh yeah, I forgot Hawaii existed. You think Hawaii has
Alaska, bro.
fentanyl?
Hawaii, I'm sure has fentanyl, bro. Somehow.
Mm,
I don't know why they
R.I.P.
wouldn't
for
have
them.
fentanyl.
I don't know. I think it'll just be harder to take it from China to Mexico and then Mexico on a boat to Hawaii. I feel
Yeah,
like there has
that's
to be
true.
so much. It might just be more expensive over there because it's harder to get there, but it should exist here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they have it, but they have a way,
Yeah.
you know.
It, either way, it's a big problem, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of different issues in society right now that we can't really fix. But I was just wanted to talk about fentanyl because it's pretty big, pretty big problem in the
Mm.
modern era right now.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
like my mom be telling my sister like, no vayas a agarrar cosas que te den los niños. Like don't grab stuff that they give you. Don't take it because it kind of fentanyl, and if you smell it, you'll
Yeah.
die or some crazy stuff like that. But it's pretty scary if you think about.
Yeah, it is pretty scary to think about because well if it's just like that, like you just smell it, bro, like
You're
you don't even
fucked.
have to be doing it, you know? Or like the
Yeah.
police, you know, she was just doing her traffic stop or whatever. I
Mm,
think she did sniff it to try to check because I
mm,
think that's what they do. They try to check like what it
yeah.
is. And I just saw her, she's dropped, bro. Like, oh shit.
This is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But that's basically it's for
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
so um actually about the I want to talk a little bit back
mm,
to the Salvadorian president.
mm.
Because I know a lot of like human rights people were mad
Oh yeah, yeah, they
because
were.
they just have him in like a big prison. And I forgot why this happened, bro, but I think they were like starving the inmates because some people
Mm.
outside were like causing a ruckus, bro. I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I
we got
forgot
your
to talk
boys.
about
We
that.
got your boys here.
Yeah, I forgot to talk about that. Before they put him in prison and all that.
Hmm.
The first they would just like put like kind of like they would crack down on him more, and they would just kind of force him to not act as brushed as they normally did.
Hmm.
So what the gang members did is they retaliated, and they like before this it was like a peaceful time because the president was doing well. So
Yeah.
they chose like, oh, he's fucking with us, or who the fuck does he think he is? So then they killed the head of people. They went on a whole killing spree for like a weekend, and that kind of pissed the president off. And they say that that's what kind of pushed them to do the whole sweep of putting everybody in the prison because
Mm.
they killed like hella people before that. So that's pretty big news.
Yeah, because I remember like because obviously they have like a big old prison just for them.
Yeah, huge prison.
And they were like starving them, bro. Like they weren't giving the inmates nothing. They're like, all right, like y'all gonna
That's
act the
crazy. I
fool
didn't hear
like
about that.
out on the street, bro. Like we got your boys in here, like they're not finna eat. You know, they're not finna have
Yeah,
this.
that's crazy.
You know, and I know a lot of like human rights organizations like, hey, like that's messed up. Like you still have to treat them like people. And the guy was like, hey,
Yeah,
like, well, y'all can have them if you want. And
that's
obviously they ain't trying to
crazy.
have it. They ain't having it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think now they're like, if they're not, they might be the safest country. If not, they're for sure one of the safest countries now.
that's crazy.
I have a friend from El Salvador, and
Hmm.
he said like he hasn't been to his country, bro. And I'm like, hey, like well, shit, now you might be able to go. He's like, yeah, maybe,
That's crazy. Yeah,
because he
because
had family that would tell him like, hey, like it's not safe, bro. Just don't even come.
yeah, that's what people said on the streets. They would be like, "Oh, before we wouldn't even be able to go out, and now there's kids walking around. It's like
Yeah.
it's a whole different vibe, and that's
Hmm.
pretty crazy though. Because imagine living through it, where day by day you had to live in fear, live
Yeah, bro.
inside your own house. You know, you couldn't really work comfortably.
Hmm.
Everything was like, oh, like I hope I don't die today. To now it's like you're experiencing life as in a new way, you know,
Hmm.
actual life as you see in the movies and shit, just chilling, free.
And
That's
I know
crazy.
now he's like enacting new policies to try to like what because now he cracked down on crime, which is his biggest thing.
Yeah.
But now he's trying to grow the country. So what I had seen was that he was gonna I don't know if it passed or he was just like a bill he was trying to pass that any like
It's gonna pass.
companies based
Uh-huh.
there. Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, he controls the whole Senate. That any like companies based there that were working on like technological advancements, bro, that they
Yeah.
would get like huge tax cuts, bro, to
That's
try to foster
crazy.
like companies
Yeah.
there and companies to come there to develop the country and develop the economy, bro.
Yeah, that's very smart.
He's doing a lot of really cool stuff. And obviously, like if you look at it, it's like it's real city. Like, why are people mad at him, bro? Like
Yeah,
he's
if
doing good, but I
ma-
it
it
does
makes you think.
sound bad.
Yeah, it makes you
It
think
does
because
sound bad, but
well, there's a lot of positive results, and definitely, I'm sure everybody inside this country is happy. Well, not
mhm,
everybody, but like a
no.
vast majority, obviously, 89%
The
approval rating.
civilians, average,
Yeah, so
regular civilians.
yeah, they're happy. Their country's safe and all that.
Yeah,
But from the outside looking in, I guess it doesn't really matter that much because we're outside looking in. But it's a dictator, you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, it would just be a dictator for good, instead
Yeah.
of a guy like in like Venezuela or something. Um, that the people would be in poverty and they
Mm,
wouldn't really have food. And I remember seeing a thing where like I don't know what's the money in Venezuela called, bro? I don't know, but that it was
Boliv.
worth less than a
Mm,
FIFA point, bro, or something like that, or like like
that's
V Bucks, bro. Like
that's funny.
yeah, like it was worth less than V Bucks. Like one V Buck translated to like worth more than I think it was. That's not a Bolivar, bro. That's probably Bolivian money. I forgot
Oh
what it's
yeah,
called, but it was worth more than their money.
yeah. That's
But yes, I
crazy.
guess now it's just like dictator for good because you're seeing positive results.
Yeah,
There might be something bad going on. I don't know, but
yeah. All we can do is wait and see what happens.
yeah, wait and see. But for what we've seen, it looks like it's whole
It
lot
looks
of
pretty,
good.
pretty. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, real successful stuff going on.
it's gonna be our Council of Geniuses soon growing. First, we gotta stop the drug crime between in Jose's corner. But after we solve that, we're gonna move up fast.
Yeah, moving up. The U.S. should come ask us how we're gonna solve the fentanyl problem.
For real. We,
Yeah,
I feel like if we thought about it for like
5 minutes.
25 minutes,
Yeah, yeah,
five
25.
sounds pretty.
But you probably come
We
up
could
with
solve a lot.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Better than legalizing everything.
yeah, better than just let them go. I
Yeah,
don't agree with that at all, bro.
that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb because it's you're removing the
The reason
the
people don't do it in the
yeah the
first
reason to
place.
not do it because there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that people don't do just because it's illegal, you
Hmm.
know. And you're like, hey, like they wouldn't take me to jail. Fuck it, let's try it.
And
You know?
yeah, like my life's already kind of down, and
Yeah,
I can do drugs. Like feel good.
not get arrested, not get sent to jail.
It sounds like a
Maybe it's
pretty
not
good
all
deal to
that
me.
bad.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, like I think it was in Canada or it might have actually been in Portland. I know Portland has got real crazy for a while. That
Yeah.
there were like I guess like a facility
Hmm.
where they would go, they being like homeless people or drug addicts, they would go in and just like drug themselves, but being supervised. So like they wouldn't be in
Die.
danger. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So if they like were overdosing or whatever, like they would be safe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I saw a video too. It was here in well, not here actually, somewhere. It was it was in LA. I don't care. I'm just gonna say here in LA. It was here in LA where it was like a organization, bro, and they were just distributing crack pipes.
That's actually that's very common in a lot of different gasoline stations and liquors. They distribute pipes that are used for methamphetamine and other various narcotic
Uh-huh.
substances, but because they're just selling the pipes, it's not illegal.
Okay.
Because you could, in theory, also use them for maybe weed, maybe
Yeah.
nicotine or
Other legal
tobacco.
substances.
Yeah, but a lot of people, most people use, not most, but like obviously a lot of people use them for that,
Yeah.
for meth and stuff like that. Because even like I went to over I went to like a little vacation in Arizona.
Mhm.
Um um and my aunt, she like manages a liquor store. So I went and I helped her out in the back, like kind of counting the stuff and everything. And I saw in the back like there was like hella pipes, bro.
Yeah.
Hella pipes on the
Yeah,
ground,
bro.
hella like not like in boxes and stuff, hella pipes. And I was like, oh my, like damn, that looks pretty
But
sketch.
they sell them, right?
Yeah, they sell them there.
Yeah. Yeah, because
It's
what
pretty
I saw,
wild.
it was a guy on TikTok, and
Mm,
and he was criticizing it. Because he just went up and asked for one. Like, oh,
yeah.
can I get one? And they're like, oh, here. Like it was like a organization, bro. Like how you would see people distributing like food or like clothes to
Oh,
homeless
was
people.
this? That's
They
crazy.
were just
What the
giving it out.
fuck?
They were just giving them out. So they
That's
were in like the
crazy.
back, like out of the back of a van or like a truck or something. So you would have all sorts of homeless people and all sorts of like junkies, bro, just walk up and ask for one, and they would just give it to him. So
You
the
know what that
guy,
sounds like though?
what does it sound like?
Like, let's say I have a meth business and I want to get more people introduced into meth.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good plan of action.
I don't think that's
Get
what it
more.
was.
Oh,
Like I get what you're
yeah,
saying,
man.
but I don't think that's
Yeah.
what it was. Like it looked like a
Oh,
like an official like a agency or something.
that sounds
Uh,
weird though. Why
But
would they
yeah,
do that?
he was recording. He's like he just walked up. He's like, oh, can I get one of those? And they're like, yeah, here.
Mm,
And he just walked off with it.
that's
Like he
crazy.
he threw it on the ground. And he broke it and everything because he doesn't want it.
Yeah,
He was just using it just to like look what they're doing out here. It's real
that's
bad,
fucked
bro.
up.
I feel like yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they're trying to decriminalize to make it safer, which to me doesn't make sense, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
that's kind of
I
shitty.
assume there's bigger things at play that me and you don't understand,
That's true.
but
Yeah, but
to normal people, it doesn't make any sense why they're doing
yeah, it's all little sh shenanigans.
it. Yeah. Oh, seems like a good place to end it though.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody
Thank you
for
for watching, guys.
watching. If you made it this far, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, because a lot of people don't make it this far. We don't
Yeah,
love you if you didn't make it this far.
I think the watch time is like 7 minutes. But I know a lot of it is me because when I do the posts on my
Mm.
Instagram, follow me on Instagram here.
You guys my finger.
And Abel as well. Follow him on Instagram
Yeah.
there as well. When I post it, like I click on the video,
Mm.
so it plays it, but then I just take a screenshot. So I only watch like 2 seconds, but
Mm.
it counts because I know it adds a view every time I do it. Because I do it for
Oh
that,
yeah.
and then oh, if you watch the video super early, I know it shows as like 240p
Yeah.
because for some reason YouTube takes a long time to make it like 1080 or whatever. Because I think most of them are 1080. The Zoom ones
Mm.
might only be 720. But when we do it in person, it's 1080. But I like to check because I don't post it until it's in 1080 because I don't want people to see it in
Yeah.
240. So every time I click on it, it takes the 2 seconds and it adds a view. So I know that kind of messes
It's kind
with
of
the
skews it.
numbers. Yeah, it does skew
Yeah.
it, but it's not gonna skew it from if someone watched the whole video to zero, basically. So
Yeah.
yeah. But if you did watch the video, I love you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. It means a
Yeah,
lot.
thanks for making it this far. Um, ideally, next week, next week's video will be back to normal.
That would be very
Yeah,
hopeful.
this is just unfortunate that my car got hit. You know,
Happens.
not yeah, it does happen. Sadly, it happened to me because I'm the one that drives out. It could have happened to Abel, and
Yeah.
nothing really would have happened.
Yeah.
Like he would
I
have
would
been
just
like,
be left without a car.
"Dang, you know,
Yeah.
oh well." But
Shoot.
it would still be business as usual. But it happened to me,
Yeah.
and I drive out to the recording studio, so it just kind of messed everything up. So I'm sorry for that. Um, life happens, right? I do hope something positive comes from the car.
Yeah, maybe
It
a
is not. It's
cooler
not.
car.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that cooler car. Yeah. Hopefully, I
But
will trade up to that Lamborghini or Mercedes Benz. I keep getting in
but
car accidents.
guys, but guys, comment because you guys didn't do that in the last video that much. I like we like when you guys comment because it gives us
It gives me a tingly feeling, like
yeah
Spider-Man.
yeah actually it does because like I'm just like damn this person they care
Yeah,
and if you guys give us suggestions we actually do them, bro.
yeah. We'll do it. We'll
Danny
do it. We'll talk about whatever.
Danny's been slacking on the comments lately, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Danny.
But
Nah.
what
Shout
happened,
out
Danny?
Danny, man. Shout out Danny. He's the only one that's done it. So
Yeah, come on guys,
yeah.
be like Danny, bro.
Thanks if you made it this far. Thank you. Like the video. I thought it was cool. I would like the video. Abel,
I would like it too.
you like it too. You should try to be like us and like the video. Share the video. I'm sure you know someone who would also like it. Um, Press the subscribe button. The big in red. Abel, what color do you see it as?
I am colorblind, but also see it as red. I hope.
Your version of red, anyways.
Yes.
But yeah, that seems like a good place. We'll just end it here. Thank you for watching. Peace. Peace out.